Hello and welcome back to my channel. We have completed almost 50 percentage of our MySQL tutorial classes. Now we are going to learn our new topic, that is group by clause and having clause. So till now we have completed for till aggregate functions, and uh, this topic is almost related with aggregate functions only, this group by clause. So clause means condition, and we have already learned one more condition, that is where clause. That whenever we want to give any conditions to a query, we want to write any query with the condition, then we used where clause. We already know. Wow, now this group by clause is very much similar to where clause only, but there is a slight difference between where clause and group by clause. Whenever we want to give a condition on a particular row, we used where clause. But whenever we want to give any condition to group of things, like it can be a group of particular city, it can be a group of particular different divisions, and it can be a group of different things. So if we want to give a condition on a particular group, then we use group by statement. So let's understand by this definition. What is the definition of group by statement? So group by statement is in SQL, the group by clauses is used along with the aggregate functions like count, sum, average, max, and minimum to arrange identical data into a groups. It allows you to aggregate data based on a certain columns and perform a calculation on those groups. The group by statement group rows that have the same value into a summary rows. Let's suppose you have a student table and you have a student data, and different students are from different cities. It can be a possibility of two or more students can be from same cities. Okay, so if we want information from a group of cities, like we want to know how many students are from a particular city, then we use group by statement. Okay, so this is a syntax of group by statement. Select, then column name, then from table name, then group by, then column name. Let's suppose we have a customer data where the customer has done some transaction. Different customers has uh, use different payment mode. Payment mode in case, in the sense, customer has used cash on delivery. Some customers has used a credit card. Some customer has used debit card for the transaction. Some prefer to use net banking. So these are the different payment mode. So we want how much amount we have generated from a particular payment mode. So we want this type of information. If we want, then we use group by statement. Example is select, then payment mode. We want sum of amount as total. We want sum of amount aggregate function along with the payment mode. This is a category. From payment to, this is a table name. Payment to is a table name. Group by payment mode. So this is a category. We want information in respect of payment mode. So whatever transaction has done by customer, we want fetch out the information. Let's suppose a customer has done cash on delivery, two or more customer has done cash on delivery, and we want how much amount we have generated from cash on delivery. So this type of information we want, then we use group by statement. So let's this is a theory, so you will not have understood much, but we do this by practical example in MySQL. Let's start. In ABC database, we have created two tables, that is customer and payment to. How this customer table looks, first let me select this and execute. So in customer table, we have ID, customer's first name, last name, email ID, and address ID. So this is how customer table looks like. But to practice our group by statement, we are using this table, payment to. So let me execute this table, payment to table. Then we have ID. Here we have ID, amount, column, then payment mode, payment underscore date. Okay, this is a date. On a particular date, the transaction has been made. Uh, we have different transaction which are repeated in nature, like cash, credit card, debit card, mobile payment, with card cash, etc. Now you can see here we have amount column. Now we want the sum of this amount column in respect of payment mode. Okay, so for that we will write query like this: select, then table name, this column name, sorry, payment underscore more, because we want more, right? Comma, then sum of amount column, and as the new temporary column name is total. From table name, payment, we want group wise information, so group by mode. Again, this copy payment. And let's go. Yeah. And now we will execute. This is a syntax. Select, then column name payment mode. We want information in respect of this column. So payment mode. Then we want sum of amount column as total, and from payment to. This is a criteria. From payment to, this is a table name, payment to, and here you can see payment to table group by payment mode. So now we will execute this query and see. See, we have a cash transaction. Total of cash transaction is 220. Credit card is 200. Debit card is 90. Mobile payment is 120. Net banking is 90. One more clause we can use here is order by. We want this total column in ascending order. So short form of ascending order is from smaller to larger, ASC and execute. Here you can see from debit card we have only total is 90, net banking is 90, mobile payment transaction is 120, credit card is 200, cash transaction is 220. So we have more amount from cash transaction and we have very less amount from debit card transactions. So this is how you can use group by statement in SQL. We have one more clause that is having clause, which is very much similar to where clause only, but we have used often used with the group by statement, group by clause only. The having clause in SQL is used in combination with the group by clause to filter the rows returned by a group by based on specified conditions. While the where clause filters rows before any grouping is applied, the having clause filters rows after groups are created. Essentially, it allows you to apply conditions to the aggregate data. If you want to remember when to use having clause and when to use where clause, both both has conditions, right? Both help us to write in conditions. So we should know when to use having clause and when to use where clause. So always remember like that. Whenever we want to give condition in select statement, you should use where clause. And whenever you are using group by statement, condition we want to give in group, then you can use having clause, which filter out the data after it becomes group. Filter the rows after the groups. Always remember, filter the rows after the groups are created. Having clause is always filters the rows after groups are created, and where closes or filters the rows before any grouping is applied. So in this way, you can remember this is a syntax of having clause. It is very much similar up to group by statement only. One more condition is given in the last, that is having, then condition. First, you need to write select, then column name, then from, then table name, where condition. If there is any condition, this is optional. You can write where clause, then group by, then having. This is example. We are going to do this example practically. Select, then mode of payment, then we before we have done sum of the total amount. Now we are going to use the count function. Okay, count aggregate function as total from payment table, group by mode, having count of amount greater than or equal to 3, order by total, descending order. So let's do this practically so that you have a clear idea. Let me, so for having close, you need to write like this: select, then similar like payment in the scroll mode. Before we have done sum, now we are doing count. Count of amount column, right? Count of amount column as total. Okay. From, then table name. Our table name is payment, group by mode. Payment, our column name. So before we have done sum, here we are doing count. So let me execute first this three. Here you can see we have four transactions from cash, four transactions from credit card, two from debit, three from mobile payment, and net banking, two from net banking. So this is how you can use the count function in group by, with group by. Then now we want to filter out this mode. Okay, so for that you are using having. So having count of amount which is greater than equal to 3. So here you can see if you want the payment mode only greater than equal to 3, then we can write like this: having count of amount which are greater than equal to 3 and which should be order by in descending order. We want from larger to small. Okay, in descending order. Now you can see this is the syntax. This is how you can write: select, column name, then count of amount as total from payment mode. It is a table name, then group by payment mode. We are doing grouping according to payment mode. Having, we are going to give a condition on group by statement. So that is why we are using having clause. And make sure always you need to write having clause after the group by clause. Otherwise, it will give an error. Okay. So always remember this should be your order of execution whenever you are writing your query. Select from group by having order by. This is how you need to write. Okay. This is a proper order of execution. Now we are going to select this and execute. Here you can see we have total or number of cash transaction which are more than, we have given a condition. We want only greater than equal to 3. Okay. So we have mobile payment 3, credit card 4, and cash transaction 4. Now, if we want to give multiple condition at a time, then we need to write this having clause like this. If you want to greater than 2 also, we can write like this: greater than equal to 2. We want a count of amount which is greater than equal to 2, and this is operator and this operator, and count of amount which should be greater than equal to 2 and less than 4. So we can give multiple condition as well, like this. So having, we want greater than equal to 2 and less than 4. Select this and execute. So we have mobile payment which is greater than 2 and less than 4. Then we have debit card transaction which is greater than equal to 2 and less than 4. Net banking. So here we have completed our having close example. This is how you can use group by and having close.